Okay, so we're currently sailing downwind. I need to jibe the boat because I need to kind of be headed over there where the cruise ship is. Observe. Okay, but I don't necessarily want to jibe. I want to tack. So I'm going to show you something I call the downwind tack. So here's how it works. Instead of turning the boat into the wind and jibing the boat and the boom violently swinging to the other side, I'm going to instead turn 270 degrees away from the wind. Like so.
Proud of yourself?
Just like that. Happy birthday to you.
Traditional birthday pancakes?
Tomorrow is actually Molly's birthday, but we're going to be underway tomorrow as we make our way from the Berry Islands to Bimini, so we're celebrating a day early. What do you think, Molly?
Yeah.
Did you just put the candle back in there?
Yes, because.
Gotcha. All right. Okay, we've arrived at our last destination in the Berry Islands before we leave. We're back here at Little Stirrup. Remember this? Little Stirrup there, cruise ship over here. Yeah, not too much has changed. So we're just really hanging out here today and very most likely leaving tomorrow early to go to Bimini. And I want to show you some of the stuff on the chart. Let's see, let me turn that off. Let me get this fired up. So here we are, the little red arrow, and we are sitting here inside this area which is called Slaughter Harbor. And what we're going to do, we're going to leave very early tomorrow morning and go all the way. We're going to go all the way over here, over the top of Mackey Shoal, and go to Bimini. And we're going to do that tomorrow. So here, I'm going to give you an idea what the route is like, or kind of what the, let's see, new route, calculating. Okay, so it's working on the route right now. I think it figured it out. Okay, so based on us going cruising speed of 6 knots, it gives us a time of 12.5 hours to get from up here at Little Stirrup to the Berry. So we need to be making a time of around 6 knots if we're going to hit this. I think that's probably doable with the wind tomorrow. So that's basically the first leg of the journey tomorrow, which is Thursday. And then the next day we're going to go from Bimini down here. Let me get this going for you, give you an idea of distance. Bimini up to West Palm. And that is another run of around 70, probably 75 miles all the way there. The thing about the next day that we have going for us is once we get out here in the middle of everything, we've got the Gulf Stream that's going to be running north, you know, anywhere from 1 to 3 knots. So that'll give us a little boost of speed that's in our favor. So when we get here to the West Palm area, this is Peanut Island. We're probably just going to come in the inlet, find a little spot over here somewhere around Peanut Island, and anchor for the night. So that'll be Friday night. The next day, Saturday, we're going to leave Peanut Island, come back out, and then make a run all the way up the coast here, past Jupiter Inlet, all the way up right here, which is the St. Lucie Inlet. And this area is, I don't know, it's I'm calling it Stuart. Stuart, Florida is kind of in this area, so we'll come in the St. Lucie Inlet and most likely come down here and anchor somewhere in Manatee Pocket. Okay, so that is basically our game plan for the next 3 days to get from Bimini, to get from Little Stirrup and the Berries over to Bimini. That's 75 miles. From Bimini to West Palm, which is another 75 miles. And then from West Palm up to Stuart, which is about 25 miles. So we're talking about like 175 miles here that we're going to be covering over the next 3 days. So that's the plan.
Yes.
What do you think of that, Molly?
It sounds good.
Now, tell me seriously, what do you think about beginning this plan tomorrow, which is your birthday? Are you okay with that?
Yes, but don't want to be moving, but we have to because of the wind.
Yeah, sometimes in this stuff you have to do things that you don't really want to do, right?
Yeah. And I want to have a metal wheel.
Yeah. Well, we had
family.
you had a little pancake cake over here, and you had ice cream, and you had I don't know. We've done a few nice little things for you so far, but I think when we get to Florida, we'll have another little celebration for you. Okay? Yeah. To make up for it. Thank you for being such a cool kid and letting us travel on your birthday.
Okay.
You're not going to mutiny, are you?
No.
Do you promise?
Yes.
Do you know what mutiny is?
No.
Okay. Well, just say that you're not going to.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you.
Welcome.
Buddy Boat, Molly, Tambi, Sandflea, Bimini, Lufa. That was close. Talk to him.
Thank you.
Okay, so here's the view from the captain's station. Right now, Tambi's up there steering. We're taking turns. We're taking 1-hour shifts because today is we're actually making pretty good speed. So it might end up being more like 10 or 11 hours instead of the 13 to 16 hours that it could have been. We're currently going, the speed jumps around all over the place with these following seas. It really goes anywhere from 5.5 to 7.5 knots, so we're probably averaging somewhere around 6.5, which is good. Now, are you doing this for sun protection, or is this kind of a style choice?
Sun.
Sun, are you sure? It just happens to be highly stylish as well? Yeah, okay. Oh, there they are. You can just see them up on the horizon there. Our Buddy Boat catamaran. They do have an autopilot, or a tiller pilot rather, so they're leading the way so that we can, we at least kind of have something to follow up there rather than, you know, looking at the chart plotter the whole time. So that makes it a lot easier. Oh. She's actually not the only one that's ever steering the boat. It's just that I'm the one that's taking most of the video on my breaks.
I took video of you on my break.
Hey, you don't have to be so defensive. And you might want to watch, you know, abusing me on camera. We've already had people, you know.
Yeah, right. Like they think I abuse you.
What? Hey, there's a difference between mental abuse and physical abuse.
No, there's not.
Good job today, baby.
Thank you. You too.
Good job today, Molly.
Thank you.
And happy birthday.
Thank you.
This is our last stop in the Bahamas. Oh man, it feels weird to say that. We've arrived in Bimini after a 12.5-hour run from Little Stirrup Key over in the Berry Islands. And this is what we got. All right, Molly, how are you planning to spend your last night in the Bahamas? Is there anything you want to do? Are you gonna, I mean, do you want to swim anymore?
Yes, I want to swim a little bit before we go.
Yeah, okay.
What are you looking at?
I was trying to see if I could see your brain through your nose.
No, you can't.